a demonstration on how the gases relate to raisins and clear soda. And as I just showed off, I have sun-made raisins and Sprite since they're easily accessible. I'm just gonna go ahead and start by pouring the soda into this cup. Make sure it's clear so you can see it. And while that waits to fizz down, I will take the raisins out. And it's very important to make sure that you make them smaller so that they're able to float easier. Because if they're too big, they'll be heavy to float. So just 4 will do. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll both wait to do their thing. I'll put these away. And as you can see, one's floating right there. Is it clear to see on the camera? I'll turn this way a little bit. And as you can see, there are bubbles on the side of the raisin, and those bubbles are actually bubbles of carbon dioxide that fill up and they attach to the raisin, which causes them to flow. And why do they float? It's because the carbon dioxide bubbles attach to the raisin, as I just mentioned, and it makes them float like right here. And when it causes an increase in buoyancy, which makes them float for a short time. And then once the carbon dioxide bubbles pop, it leaves no more gas, and they sink right back to the bottom. And they'll keep refilling over and over again until eventually the soda runs flat and the buoyancy is lost and they can no longer sustain floating. And how does this relate to gases? Well, as I mentioned, and the carbon dioxide is a gaseous element, and all the gas that is being sustained on the raisins cause them to float up, which is what gases normally do. Like, for example, helium in balloons, and you fill the balloon with helium and it floats until it eventually the molecules start to slow down, and it just starts to lose its volume and its pressure, and it just goes back down, which is similar to what's happening here. But unlike losing pressure and volume, they sink. And I feel like it's important to mention that they sink at first because they're more dense than the water, and then the carbon dioxide lifts it up. Yeah, it's pretty simple actually. A bit too simple. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you.